Hey, welcome again to the weekly rundown here on ProView Networks. I'm Josh Beartrap Brown in the cave, as always, Jason Southwest Pole. Whoop. And our man on assignment, Alden. Ball so hard. Iwani. Alden, what's up, buddy?
What's up, everybody? You know, Tom Brady, was so gracious enough to invite me to the happiest place on earth, Disney World.
Did he take you to Disney World with him?
Yeah.
We're going to Disneyland.
See all my buddies behind me, too.
You got
yeah.
Goofy, Pluto, Mickey, Minnie, Donald. Donald's the OG there. Donald's the real goat there, man. He's been playing second fiddle to Mickey for how long? And he just keeps kicking back. So Donald's definitely Disney's goat.
Yeah, you gotta hang in there, Donald. You gotta hang in there.
You're almost there.
How about that Super Bowl game, guys?
The Super Bowl. It was the game of games. It was young goat versus new goat, or old goat versus new goat. It was the perennial passing of the dynasty supposed to. Oh, wait, never mind.
Never was passed.
Never mind. It wasn't passed. Tom Brady said, I'm still the best, and I'm going to continue to play a few more years. I am the fountain of youth.
He said you could try to get it. It's right there for you to take him.
In a lackluster game, a lot of people would say. Being an AFC West counterpart, though, I enjoyed it so much, guys. I loved the look. Just like we have to line up against this guy. Josh, you can attest this too. 2 times a year, and the past 3 or 4 years he's been the starter. It's been rough.
It was nice to see him fall.
It was nice to see him, a little shook up on the sidelines. Not my crazy throws aren't working. My backyard plays that usually work aren't working today, and the left-handed passes and all that. And just
I know Tom Brady won the MVP, but that defense should have got it. Just wholehearted. Give it to JPP. Give it to Shaq Barrett. So give it to White. Their middle linebacker who was just on Kelsey like a glove, man. Kelsey could not get anywhere. And, just their whole...
He was sad. He was real sad, too.
They played Tyreek Hill perfect, man. They took away the outside burn, and they gave him that little dump over the middle. But guess what? Instead of him having a lane to take off 30 yards down the field, there were 3 or 4 guys around him. So he was able to get 6 or 7 yards, and that was it. Bulls, he completely dismantled that KC offense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And there's definitely like a lot of Gronk. What about Gronk, man? Having a huge game. It looked like the Gronk of 5 years ago, man. He could have had another touchdown if he didn't get tripped up at the end there.
He was blocking all season to play the possum, basically. Hey, I'm just a blocker this year. Oh wait, the Super Bowl? I'm open.
I'm still one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Give me the rock, he said. And the Tampa Bay, I think that's what I talked about last week on the show when we made the picks, is that defense, it was better than Kansas City's all around. And you knew, especially the Chiefs were in trouble when Tyrann Mathieu tried to, talk some smack and get inside Brady's head and stuff.
Hey, but Brady's already come back. Brady apologized for that. Got heated.
Yeah.
Said some things that he didn't need to say.
And but the Bucks, Todd Bowles winning a Super Bowl after being having a short stint of trying to be a head coach for a while.
Leaving the Jets, being basically kicked out of there. Finding a place as the defensive coordinator then. They're in Tampa. No one's doing nothing. Oh, we got Tom? Okay.
And another thing is JPP's Super Bowl performances over his career enough to maybe get him in Canton someday?
I think so. You have to say it.
3 Super Bowls.
2 were against Brady. 1 was with.
And shout out to Shaq Barrett, former Bronco. Former New Mexico Bowl defensive player of the game.
That is correct.
And he also winning a Super Bowl championship. Do you guys honestly next year? Do you think it'll be the same 2 teams in the Super Bowl next year?
I don't. I hate to say it, and a lot of Kansas City Chiefs fans are going to be mad at me. I think this is the loss that turns Patrick Mahomes into Aaron Rodgers. I think he is going to have a stellar individual career, break records beyond. But I don't know if this Chiefs team is going to get over it. I think that this might be the end of the dynasty there. Patrick Mahomes gets one, and it's going to be the almost that just got you there.
I think two of the coaches, two of the big coaches, one I just said, Bowles and Bieniemy. I think they're both gonna go for head coaching jobs.
Yeah, if not this year, they're in the next carousel. I mean, because a lot of the places got
Turned
filled.
over. Yeah,
I mean, because what's left still? A lot of them are. Did all of them get filled? Are there any head coaching vacancies left?
Not that I'm aware.
So yeah, I mean, they might have got just passed over because they made the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're going to be calling next year. They're going to be head of the coaching carousel.
But Brady, 7 for 10 in Super Bowls.
7 for 10. I mean, how many more years does he go?
Yeah, I'd say at least two or
Two or three.
Does he? The one thing that he doesn't have, a team or a quarterback has never won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Is that what he's trying this year? If he comes back next year and he wins it, is that the only thing bringing him back the following year? I mean, that is the only accolade that this man does not have.
The amount of Super Bowls isn't.
He has back-to-back Super Bowls. He doesn't have a undefeated season, and he doesn't have 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Hey, and then
he
also
almost had the undefeated.
And then also too, Antonio Brown getting a Super Bowl on his resume. That's got to help him out, especially after the past 2 years of the circus that has been Antonio Brown. He finally settles in Tampa, wins the Super Bowl, at least gets the ring.
Hey, Shady McCoy gets another ring.
Who knows what happened? Yeah, Shady McCoy. But who knows what happens in the offseason.
With AB, I don't see AB coming back.
But, but while we're talking about Tom Brady and stuff, we might as well get in my hype or not hype GOATs of all time.
Warning, also Hard University.
Now this is a little extended week, extended top 5. We're going to times it by 2 and make it a top 10 this week. And I just want to get into the order. These are my favorite GOATs. This isn't like this guy's number 1, this guy's whatever. I'm just saying that they're the best in that sport. So let's go ahead and pull start it up, Jay. Number 10, the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Guys, you think there's any debate here?
Nope.
With Wayne Gretzky being the best hockey player of all time.
He is the ice goat. He is the best player ever to handle a stick and puck.
You know, playing with I think that picture is with the Rangers. Played with Edmonton. Played with the LA Kings.
Yeah, made his career in Edmonton. Won all his Stanley Cups up there. Got traded to the Kings for I mean, if you've seen 30 for 30, Kings ransom. That was the hockey. I mean, what just happened with the 3 first-round picks, everything.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky going to the Kings. That's what the Kings gave up to Edmonton. I think they got to 1 Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I think they got
in
to
the
1.
early '90s with him, and that was it. So I mean, it did pay off there. He ended up going to New York, played with Mark Messier there. So, but definitely the GOAT.
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't think there's even a close second place for this one.
I mean, there's some of the older guys, from hockey, and Gordie Howe and those guys. People will still talk, but Gretzky is
the great one. I mean, that's literally his nickname.
He's the great one.
So he's from Canada, right?
Yeah.
He's Canadian born.
Yeah, he is Canada's native son.
We'll give him that. North America.
Yeah, let's go to the next one on the list.
Next.
Boop. Babe Ruth. You know what? I give Babe Ruth this much credit with all the videos and all the stuff that we have of even players like in the past 20, 30, 40, 60 years. There's not a lot of footage of Babe Ruth out there, and he's still regarded as the GOAT. I mean, 714 home runs before people, like, it was hard for a player to even get to 500 back then.
Back when beer and hot dogs were the steroids.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Babe Ruth was crushing.
The Sultan of SWAT. The Colossus of Clout.
Colossus of Clout.
Those bats were made of wood in the backyard.
Yeah, you would cut a tree down and they'd be like, hey, that can make 3 bats. Let's do it.
Hey,
You
hey.
go crush.
The
I mean,
iconic,
and he was a good pitcher too.
yeah,
He's a
That's what
pitcher.
he was a good pitcher too. So
the iconic point to center field, and then he hit
On
the
the
home
shot.
run. He hit the home run right to where he called it.
if you
know.
kids haven't seen it, The Babe. It is from the '80s. I think John Goodman plays Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's a good flick. Check
The
it out.
Babe. Hey,
You know,
that's
you
a good
know,
go.
Not Babe in the City. The
or
Babe.
watch Sandlot and you'll
Yes.
get the nostalgia just out of
Hey,
A little more
the closet
relatable.
dream where he just
Yeah,
walks
man.
out of the closet.
if he's coming to you in your dreams to make you run from
Benny
a big
the
dog
Jet.
to get a baseball sign back from him, he's the go.
Heroes get remembered, but legends never die, and he's one of those legends.
Follow your heart,
100
kids.
years ago, this guy was balling, and people still regard him as the GOAT. So Babe Ruth for baseball. And I mean, the most decorated Olympian in track, up until one of his relay members tested positive
Yep.
for steroids, but still,
Up until then.
Usain Bolt. I mean, nobody's ever seen people get crushed on a track.
He is
Like,
badass.
look at this. Like, in track you're like, that's not that much, but in track that's a grip.
Yeah, that is
Like,
an
in the
outright
100 meter.
beatdown.
Yeah.
Usually there are millimeters between them. It's boom, boom, boom. That's why they have a photo finish.
He just smashed the world record
Usain
in the
Bolt said
100 and the 200. I mean,
That's him slowing up. Like,
Yeah,
that's 3
Yep.
strides
yeah,
slowing up.
he could have been even farther
Yeah,
ahead
he
if
would
he
have
wanted
smashed
to.
the world record
Oh, he
there,
was
but no, he
posing.
wanted to take a picture.
And he still broke the world
Yeah, he
record.
still broke the world record. I want to take a picture, and he held up. That is like 3 strides of a walk. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but how tall is this guy? Like,
I think he's up there too at like
and
6'7" or something.
that's what's crazy. Sprinters usually traditionally do not have that long stride. You're trying to get as many
quick steps.
get your quick steps in as quick as you can. Not this guy. He had long strides,
if
but
you're
he was
beating,
he
who's
ran
it,
like
Justin
a gazelle.
Gatlin? If he slapped around Justin Gatlin or something?
Yeah. Oh,
by
yeah,
a mile.
for his
I
whole
believe
career.
isn't that
Yeah.
Justin Gatlin there with number 3 there?
Yeah,
Going,
Yep.
yeah,
Woo!
yeah. So, and they tried to make that a rivalry.
Yeah.
and it didn't really work.
I think
out.
Justin Gatlin won once.
I mean, I get good days. You have your good days, but your best day isn't going to break that distance.
And it was kind of like when Barry Bonds was breaking the home run record. They like after they found out how good Bolt was, it was like every single time he ran, it's just like, all right, here's Bolt going for the world record, because he was just
But-
in prelims, he didn't even have to try to make it to the finals. It's like, come on. But
That's how it goes.
Usain Bolt, track and field.
You assume the win.
Exactly. And Pele, I mean,
Is that a heart on his chest?
it might be.
Sweats. That man
The
sweats hard.
perfect sweat marks there. But you know, Pele for Brazil. I know he won. I'm not too informed on like how many world. I think he's won like 3 or 4 World Cups. I'm not too positive but I mean he's still the greatest of all time, easily.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was on the team like when he wasn't even 20. He was like
Yeah, he was like
15,
18,
16
yeah.
on the national team.
Three out of them there. So the 58, the 62, and the 70
Oh, so he was like a
World
child.
Cups.
And
Yeah,
then
he
I
was-
think
he
he
was-
made the other one, but they lost.
Yeah, and then
like the
runner-up
one
in Copa
between.
America, 1959. He was on that team. So I mean, that's just his senior club stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, he was, but he got the World Cup as 20 or what, 18
Yeah.
years old.
yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people, it's a feat just to win 1 World Cup, but 3 in a span of 16 years, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I mean, to be on a national team for that long is
Yeah.
pretty
And I mean, in a country like Brazil too,
You have to.
whose soccer is their world.
Yeah.
And there's everybody like that's what like when we were growing up, I remember watching like the Robinho like Ronaldinho
That's our
mixtapes
teams,
and stuff
man.
like that. All like the whole country is literally trying to be this guy someday. Like
Yep,
that's
they're
literally all the work that goes in, you know.
And they had the old school stuff, like the cleats weren't the same, the balls weren't the same.
And
The
I've actually
players-
seen Pele in a soccer movie growing up. He was in a soccer movie growing up, and it was
Dang.
like a World War II like soccer movie. I forget exactly what the title was, but he was on. It was like a POW kind of thing, but they let him play like a soccer game or something like that. And
Crazy.
Pele was in it, but that's kind of random side note. But
I'm
Pele, soccer's
Soccer's goat. Named
Soccer's goat.
World Player of the Century in 1999 by the International Federation of Football and History.
most
Statistics. So,
goals until
there you go.
recently, right?
Yeah,
All time.
Cristiano just passed
pretty
him.
much killing it.
So Pele, you know, you can catch the next Pele ball, but
Yep, you'll get the next one.
This one's mine.
Get the next
yeah.
one.
Little kicking and screaming.
Serena. I
Serena.
mean, wow. I mean, it's crazy because we all grew up in this era, and we all remember her and Venus with the braids, you know,
and
all
the beads,
braided up.
the
They started
beads,
that
yeah.
whole movement. and
Venus
the
came in,
braided-
and Venus was supposed to, I mean, she was the first.
Yeah.
And she was the original, and then it was just like,
Serena came. and it
yeah,
was
Venus
over.
2.0. No, I'm not Venus 2.0. I'm Serena
I'm my own.
1.5. Boom, killers. I mean, she is a specimen. She dominated women's sports, or women's tennis. I mean, Grand Slam, ran it around,
Yeah.
went out, went to side, went and had a family, had a baby, came back,
Still.
and said, I've been working just as hard. Boom, I'm back, and dominated again.
23 Grand Slam titles out of 33.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
This
That's
is
crazy.
Just in
You
that.
know what? I'll even go say GOAT of tennis.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
yeah.
just GOAT of tennis. Dominate. Look at these. I mean, you have Pete
Roger
Sampras, you
Federer's.
have those guys. I would take Serena Williams over those
And
guys
she has
any day of it.
and she has 10 plus doubles.
Yeah, with her sister.
with her sister.
I'll take
So,
her
as doubles
I'll take
champion.
her in a fight. I'll take
So-
her in a fight over anybody. Look at that.
73,
Look,
fifth overall.
Yeah, you would not want to
85
run into Serena Williams on the street. She'd
85%
beat you down.
winning percentage in her career. 847, 147 losses.
But she's changing the game. Like she's putting the limelight into these little kids. The competition has changed just
Yeah,
because
and
seeing
that's
how great
that's
she
what's
is.
awesome about both of them. I'll mention her sister too. Is that they're looking out for like the next generation of tennis. They're not just like worried about themselves. Like there was that one girl that
Yeah,
Venus
that she
played
played.
recently
That was in, like,
ended
the
up beating
finals.
her. Yeah.
Come on.
But,
And she's an Olympian, a gold medalist.
Yeah.
2012 gold medalist. No big deal.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
so,
a given.
So Serena, I think it's easy to say. I'm just gonna say tennis goat. Not
Tennis,
even,
tennis.
Not even
Tennis
world,
goat.
girls.
Overall, oh,
Yep,
sorry,
overall.
Pete. Sorry, John McEnroe. You can break your, you
Keep
can
it-
break
keep
your
announcing.
racket, throw it at me
Yeah.
later. Serena Williams, best ever. Period.
And I
Ooh,
mean, the most
there you go.
decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps.
Phelps.
I
He
mean,
was-
there's like literally, I remember like watching like after he had won like it was like his second or third Olympics, and they just showed the regiment that this guy has to go through
The
every
food.
day for 4 years, man. It's like the training, the calorie intake, like because you're swimming, like it's so different and like it's so regimented. This guy was eating thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
calories every day, like 10 Big Macs or so. It was like
it's a lot. It's
It's
a lot.
crazy.
The butterfly. I mean,
Yeah.
look at his wingspan.
But
Just
he was
look
like
at it.
when Bolt, like when you see Phelps going, you're like,
He's
he's
smashed,
gonna
yeah.
win.
Yeah,
Like, he's gonna
exactly. And
win.
there was that one, and there's a lot of legendary close comebacks where he came back in the relays and saved the day for the infamous one where it's like the hands are
Barely
like
got it.
the hands are like right next to each other.
They
and he
beat
barely-
Australia. That was
Yeah.
the big one there. That was in the last Summer Olympics that actually went on. Yeah, everyone thought Australia
He
had
was
it.
all washed up.
Yep.
Yeah, they thought
Michael
he was
Phelps
washed
can't do
up.
it. He can't help him. Oh,
washed up.
He'll help him get a silver. Nope.
Gold.
Just
baby.
barely got him with the gold. I mean, his wingspan is ungodly. Look at it right there in that picture. But
That's like
20
Kevin Durant territory.
23 total gold medals. That's just Olympic gold medals.
Yeah.
He has 28 total. So 23 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze.
He didn't,
not bad.
He didn't like getting second or third
Yeah,
place.
that-
That's for sure.
That, oh my God. And then World Championships, 26.
And those are all like, it's not just like
Gold
one
medal.
type of swimming, you know.
Yeah,
like
that's in
it's
everything.
backstroke, it's
Butterfly,
I mean, all
200,
butterfly,
100
yeah,
butterfly,
like-
200 butterfly, 200 medley, 400
wanna know,
medley,
like,
200
what he
freestyle,
was-
backstroke, freestyle medleys.
Yeah.
What was he like in like college though? Like what was he like before
A swimmer.
Like, was he just killing it?
Well,
Yeah, man, he's
well,
been
'cause
coming up. He's been one of
because-
the best swimmers ever.
Because yeah, he was similar to Pele's story. He got into the swimming circuit really early. I think 18.
Jeez.
Oh,
He
well
turned
before
18.
that, yeah.
He was in the Olympics. He might have even had a run when he was 16 years old, but I'm not 200% sure on that. But Michael Phelps, greatest swimmer of all time, hands down. Michael Phelps.
Market 8, dude.
And you know, and I'm going golf.
Gonna ruffle some
Tiger
feathers.
Woods.
Yeah, I might ruffle some feathers. sure.
Tiger Woods. You know what? Jack, he won the most. Good for him. But the
That's all
way
he's got.
this guy revolutionized the game of golf, like, you know what?
Changed
Just because Jack has more majors, he might not ever catch up to him.
No.
But the way that the different mentality that he brought to the game of golf, I think is, and just like the bridge from being just being Tiger Woods, like not being able to like African Americans not being able to play at Augusta, like and stuff like that.
He
And
brought
that
it-
whole
yeah.
wave that he created, like
He brought it from the old boys, bully, Bushwood Country Club. He brought it
Just
mainstream, spectator sport. I mean, basically turned it into what, I mean, Happy Gilmore, basically that movie. It was,
Yeah.
you know, it turned from golf claps and you know, ooh, good job,
To
good
get in
job,
the hole.
good job, to get in the hole, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Like that is because of Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Do you even like? I don't know. Me personally, I never really watched golf
Up to you. Yeah, but
I mean, like I would watch it. Yeah, I knew what the PGA Tour was and Augusta, but I was like tuning in.
yeah,
We were
Yeah.
tuning in.
Tiger made you actually
Must
sit
watch
through.
TV.
You would sit through from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. and you would watch that entire coverage.
There'd
Yeah.
be chips
And
from
that
Not
was-
just because that was the
yards.
only sports on either, and you're just browsing like, I guess I'll watch some because I'm bored. No, you would set your timer and say, okay, the PGA
This is
starts
when he
right
tees
now.
off.
Tiger tees off in the second, group. You were watching Tiger, and that was the reason.
You know, and then too, like after all the stuff that's happened to him, he comes back, and that was the most satisfying part about. I feel like Tiger coming back and winning that Masters in 2019 was that literally it was vintage, old school Tiger Woods. I'm coming. It's Sunday. Get out of my way. This is my chance. This is my green jacket.
I have
And
the
they
red
all
shirt on.
and all the other golfers they saw
crumbled.
they crumbled under the pressure. They're just the crowd started getting like they were
All
getting.
of them, yeah, all of them before. He's not the same old Tiger. I won't crumble. Well, yeah, you did. You crumbled under the pressure. You heard Tiger was coming up. You heard the little
You
roar.
heard the
you
roar.
You felt the rumblings. You were on 8. Tiger was on 7, and you
that's gotta
heard
be-
the ground.
That's got to be intimidating, being on another hole, and Tiger just hit a hit, and it's just like,
You just hear that roar.
Golf's such a mental game, as we all know too.
Yep.
And just like that predator
Stress.
mentality that Tiger brought to the game of golf, I think that's what makes him the greatest of all
He
time.
is, yeah.
No disrespect to the Golden
Yeah.
Bear.
He's
still the man too. It's okay, but in my eyes, I'm gonna take Tiger Woods.
Tiger doesn't have the number up
the
top
number.
for the majors, but he is the GOAT.
All right, that was golf.
Golfing goat.
Woo!
Muhammad Ali. I think this
Go.
one's easy.
Same way.
People,
Same with Tiger.
yeah, and you know what? He's more than just a boxer too. That's definitely all the stuff as a humanitarian and activist work that he did while he was in the ring. Literally got cut off from boxing in his prime to make an activist stand and do his thing.
Crazy.
But bigger than life personality.
Revolutionized
Yeah,
boxing.
revolutionized just boxing in general.
And it used to be big. I mean, heavyweight boxing fights were the big thing now. They were the Super Bowls. Everybody wanted to go. Madison Square
All the
Garden and
time.
that.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went on a lull. And then
Well,
Ali
MMA,
came.
MMA came out too.
Well, no, this time I'm saying. I mean, it was in a
the
lull.
60s,
Fraser
yeah.
Tyson was there, but then Cassius Clay came. Who's this kid? Who's this kid? And he revolutionized boxing. Everyone paid attention to him. And then he made the switch to Muhammad Ali and the activism and fighting for his beliefs, what he thought was right. He revolutionized boxing. He changed it from just boxing as a sport to boxing as a worldwide event.
And you know what? It's like real. Like his story is like the real Rocky Balboa. Like
Yeah.
how like Rocky's getting beat down the whole entire movie,
Like, that's his
and then at
career.
the end he comes back and turns it on and gets that last final knockout. You know, what can I say? Muhammad Ali, the go-to boxer.
I can't even think of a close second.
It's like there's you know
That move.
some Tyson,
But that's skills, I think.
Yeah, that's skills, but I
But
mean, that's
the
also-
original Rocky too, like the original
Rocky Marciano.
Julio Cesar Chavez, like
Oh, Julio's got a record.
Nothing's really like this. Nothing's really like he had everything, and out of his own free will, he did not believe in the Vietnam War. He was a conscientious objector. He could have just done that, but no. He went to jail for what he thought was a wrong thing for him to go, and other African Americans to be going to Vietnam to be killed. He gave up his prime of his career for that stand.
Boxing
So-
go.
and I mean Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
I mean the best fighting
Yeah,
series
and then when he
of all
came,
time.
he came back and look at everything else. Thriller in Manila, everything.
All right, and we're obviously getting to the end here, but Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls. I mean, guys, you guys.
And he's been in a fifth of all the Super Bowls.
I heard a lot of hating over all the years, like,
Woo!
forget him, forget him.
But yeah,
it's because he
you
won.
know, I mean, he's there's been the haters over the years. This is just the Patriots. This is Bill Belichick. You know, I know exactly what you're saying, Jay. You know, and
he
Tom
won so
Brady
much.
switching teams. Maybe it wasn't the Patriot way as much, but maybe it was the Tom Brady way.
It
7
is the
out
way.
of 10.
This is the way.
But romped Kansas City. What we talked about earlier, 3 of the best quarterbacks of all time just ran through them. But let's go to the next one. Tom Brady,
Tom Brady. He go. There you go.
MJ baby, MJ time. You know,
MJ.
you know what? I think he hasn't won the most championships out of everybody, but there's never been a more impressive run of championship success and just pure domination of sport.
Yeah. I mean, best record. 6-0.
And he
6-0.
Yeah, and finals MVP in every single one of them. And the only time in that span where he lost is when he tried to come back at the end of the season when he first came back. The first time he came back for just like the playoff run, and they ended up losing.
They lost that
But I mean, 6 for 6. We'll say 6 for 6 because he wasn't in basketball shape. He wasn't ready to go.
They didn't get to the finals that year.
Yeah, exactly.
So when that man right there, 23, the 23, played in a finals, he is undefeated. When he got to the finals, he was not going to lose.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
knew the team that he was on was, I mean, whether it be the Utah Jazz, the Lakers, anybody. That guy right there was going to guarantee that his team was going to win the championship.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it happened. All 6 times he went, he won.
And he was just, like I said with Muhammad Ali, bigger than the game. Made people think that the stars were obtainable. You know what I mean? Like the impossible can happen with this guy, and he's the one who made you believe that. You know, you could slam dunk a basketball from the free throw line. You can hit the game-winning shot and in the finals, and stuff like that. You know. But MJ, I feel like it's uncontested. He would be my greatest GOAT of all time, honestly, if I had to pick just one. But,
never beaten in the finals. I mean, Brady, yeah, he's been there 10 times, but he's lost.
He's lost.
But yeah, and I mean, the brand, Space Jam, all of it.
Yeah.
It's,
TB12, you see people wearing TB12 hats. Cool hat. Jordan takes over everything. I mean, people.
Every college. Every
teams are wearing
college.
Jordan stuff.
hey,
Teams now.
You say number association, the number 23.
23.
It's-
Jordan.
And I mean, well, some of these kids.
Jordan
might say
team
a
brand
lot of
apparel
You got a rap.
these, but,
outsells Nike. That's what you say.
That
But-
was.
How much,
you know, that was our list, and
how much time we got, Jake?
We got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Big one tomorrow. Check them out. We have new Rio Rancho head football coach Jerry Pannoni on Steve Davis. Hey, who's on the sports desk tomorrow?
we got Los Lunas athletic director in Valencia County. Wilson Holland.
Wilson
coming on.
Holland. Hey, prison programs. Shout out to Wilson.
Check out all our other shows. Go to the website. The times are on there.
Check 'em
And,
out.